We welcome an opportunity to address these charges in court. They're baseless. They're from long, long ago. They're uncorroborated, and we do expect that after a trial in this matter, if we have a fair trial in this case, that Mr. Weinstein will be acquitted of these charges.
Did he say Weinstein? Like rhymes with Frankenstein? All right. Harvey Weinstein back in court, but on the other side of the country. Let's go back in time to the trial that we covered here on Court TV in New York. Remember, every day he would make his way up the stairs. There's his walker to help him glide inside the courtroom. Then at the end of the day, he would glide out of the courtroom, again, with the help of his walker. Well, he doesn't need a walker anymore. He doesn't use it anymore, as we saw as he appeared in court in Los Angeles. No, he's down to a wheelchair now. He's down to a wheelchair, and his attorney said he's going blind as well. Wow. All right. So I posted all this on social media, ask you, why is it that older defendants, when they're facing charges, their health seems to fail? You know, folks like Robert Durst, Bill Cosby going blind, all that sort of stuff. Harvey Weinstein as well. We begin with our 13th comment of the day from Joan. These older, high-profile criminals are looking for nothing more than to make the jury sympathetic towards them, and depending on the charges, perhaps trying to make the jury believe they couldn't have possibly committed the crime because they are so frail. These defendants may be pretending to be going blind, but be assured that the jury won't be blind to the facts of the case. Carmen Rowe, do you think Joan dropped the microphone after she wrote that comment?
She certainly did. She killed it. I love it. But here's my theory. I think he's been watching Goodfellas and all the other mob movies where mobsters from every single criminal trial, they run in and they feign sickness.
The Chin.
It's a thing.
Remember Vinny the Chin in Philly? Vinny the Chin Gigante. He was walking around in a bathrobe. They had to carry him into court. Unbelievable. Penny tonight. I think the stress of the situation really plays a part, but they are old. Could be a ploy, but being put in jail for months, years, can hurt your health from sitting in a cell all day. But who cares? He's slime. Molly, have any of your clients gotten ill before trial?
Oh, absolutely. And these comments seem to not really touch on the fact that prison conditions are terrible. Overcrowding, no access to health care whatsoever, bad food. I mean, this is what can impact an elderly person's health in a way that those who are not in detention, in a jail, in a prison don't experience. So, you know, I have empathy for anybody who is suffering in a cruel and unusual way in a prison or a jail cell. That's what I think is going on.
Yeah, I've seen some inmates, though. They hit the gym, they hit those weights. They are just like ripped, but not Harvey Weinstein. Brenda tonight, sympathy. Look at Bill Cosby. During his stint in prison, he was cured of his blindness and can now walk without assistance. Renee, can prison cure you after your trial?
Absolutely not, Vinny. You know, again, these particular defendants that we're focusing on, Bill Cosby, Mr. Weinstein, they're elderly, right? Mr. Durst, they're elderly, and they don't have the access to the health care when they're in the jails, when they're incarcerated. So the things that they have access to when they're out on bail or when they're out living their lives, they're able to take care of these ailments. But now when they're in custody, you can't. You just don't have that. And so they are breaking down. And again, conditions are usually deplorable. So they're not going to be able to take care of themselves the way they would on the outside. So, you know, they have to be assessed by medical staff. And medical staff has to approve or suggest that they be in a wheelchair or whatever the conditions are that they need to make it into that courtroom. It's not like they can say, oh, you know what, I'm going to take a wheelchair out of this, prison closet and use this in court today. That has to be approved, and it has to be based upon a medical examination that is taking place. So they're not feigning these illnesses. As much as people might think they're looking for sympathy, it's their bodies breaking down from the conditions that they're in.
A speedy recovery so we can cover his trial in Los Angeles. Renee Hill, Carmen Rowe, Molly Palmer, awesome job as always. We'll see you very soon. Thanks so much.